I don't know about you guys, but I have this friend who, no matter how much I seem to progress, every time I go ride with him, he's just better than I am. Welcome back to the Singletrack Sampler, and today we are going to ride with that friend of mine whose name is Daniel. You guys have actually met him a couple times on the channel before. One, when we were touring his truck camper setup, and two, ironically enough, in an episode of Can I Keep Up? I think you can guess how that one went. Today, I am meeting up with Daniel. Actually, I'm meeting up with Daniel and his wife, Faye, but I'm really excited because one, I'm taking them to Kanuga Bike Park, my new favorite place to ride outside of Asheville, North Carolina, and two, because I haven't ridden with Daniel since that time, and well, I'm kind of hoping things have changed. When I got there, Daniel and Faye had already done a couple warm-up laps. Actually, I think they had done 3 laps to the top, which is quite a bit. So Daniel and I decided to do a run down my favorite lap at the place, Hemloch Epoch. Now, this is the trail that I have featured in my last video of how to overcome scary mountain bike features, in which I had a crash on this step down to step up. And I have since conquered this trail and ridden it many, many times, and I absolutely love it. This trail is very difficult. I call it a technical flow jump trail. I say that because it is bermy with flow and jumps, but the thing is if you mess one piece of it up, you're not gonna get the next feature because it's all so densely packed together. So that's where the technical aspect of it comes. Someone who can send really big, long jumps won't necessarily be able to clear this trail because of its technicality, and in my opinion, that's what makes it so fun. Now, I don't recommend doing this trail without a warm-up generally, but I was kind of afraid that Daniel wasn't going to have too many more laps, and I wanted to make sure that he rode this one since I love it so much. So without any warm-up, I decided to go for it and simply drop in right behind Daniel. He wanted to ride it blind, and I said go for it, so that's what we did.
No, let's send it!
If I die. All right, buddy. Flow it. It is a pretty fun and like it all works.
The top section of this trail is pretty flowy, has a couple jumps and a couple really fun berms, one of which Daniel wasted absolutely no time completely shrouding.
Oh, yeah, bud!
I'd say things were going pretty well for not having a warm-up, but what I didn't realize is that the trail had changed since I'd ridden it last, and that almost got me into a bit of trouble after this one really big hip jump into what's supposed to be a double-double.
I didn't do the doubles again!
That I failed to double-double. That was pretty bad. I almost died.
Damn, Daniel! This is his first time down this. How sick is this? Yeah, bud. How fun is that?
That's fun, dude.
Right?
I gotta learn the gaps and stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff in there, dude.
That double.
I do not recommend not doubling it.
I was actually pretty stoked because it's the second half of this trail, the lower piece, where I had my really bad crash and had to work through earlier. And that section, I had absolutely no problem. It actually felt really good, and I hadn't ridden it in a while, so I was pretty stoked on that.
Gap. Drop. Yeah, bud. Oh, that's new.
I was also really impressed with Daniel. He led me out this whole trail riding it blind and completely crushed it.
Oh man, I can't believe you ran that super clean for your first time, dude. That was rad. That took me a while to work through.
After we finished Hemloch, we headed down to the jump line at Tortuga. This is the blue jump line at Kanuga that I've ridden a million times before, but recently I just haven't really been feeling confident on it. I haven't been able to get back to the same level of comfort that I was at like at the end of last season. So I really wanted to spend some time working on these jumps, and Daniel always loves to hit jumps. He's just very much comfortable with them, and he's working on, he's working on things like whips and tables, not just getting comfortable on the jumps. So So we did a few laps there, and it kind of started off a little rough for me, but things got better as we moved on.
Yeah, bud. Hey, Faye!
You good?
I definitely got a little bit there, like more noticeable.
These are the perfect jumps to practice jumping on because they're like really easy.
They're mountain bike jumps. They are built for maximum distance, not maximum height.
These jumps are just so good to learn on because of the way that they built them at Kanuga. So it doesn't have steep takeoffs, it doesn't have steep landings. They're very approachable for everybody. If you are gonna send it, you can send it. If you're newer, you cannot send it and still be okay. And because of that, even Faye was able to get in some practice. She was doing the green line while we were over there doing the blue line. And yeah, she was actually really stoked on it. She started saying that she thought she was getting some air, which is super cool because I don't believe Faye has much experience with jumps. So really cool that someone that new to jumps can get out here and practice and in a safe way. That's the important part.
Send it, Faye. You got it.
I started feeling really good on like the first 3 sets of tabletops on this, but my nemesis really is the big step up that's kind of like dead in the center. And more specifically, there's a step down into that step up that's super intimidating. It has no lip off the top. It's a pretty committing gap, and it has a knuckle at the bottom that you just don't want to case. At least that's what I think. Daniel has a different opinion apparently because he cased the heck out of it and he had no problem with it. He still cleared the step up and it was not a big deal.
Oh yeah, bud! You almost died.
I was probably more worried for him than he was.
You cannot half-ass that shit. Oh my God, but you didn't make it.
You don't have to make it.
Bullshit.
I didn't make it and I lived and then I cleared the next one.
That was scary as hell though.
And despite watching him do this, I still must not have learned my lesson because a mere few laps later, I did the same exact thing.
Oh God, I didn't commit. Dude, I like half-assed the step down. Me. Whoa.
Came in like a little sideways.
I did not commit. I gotta not do that again. I should just commit and do it. But I gotta decide before I drop in.
So this step down definitely is my like goal for the day. If I can just get this step down once today, I'm gonna be happy. But after a bunch of laps on the jump line, Daniel said that he was getting pretty tired and there was still one full trail from the top that I wanted to take him down. Something totally different than Hemloch Epoch, and that is the painted black, raw Techy trail. A couple weeks ago, I rode this trail with some friends. It was greasy that day and I realized how gnarly this trail has gotten. I've ridden it when the park was kind of new and it was fresh and loamy and like not rutted out. And I was able to go down this trail pretty fast and pretty confidently, but this last time that I rode it, it was an entirely new trail and it had gotten many levels, many degrees spicier.
All right, so this is a gnarly rock drop. It's just a techie rock drop on this trail called Painted Black, which we're about to do. I don't like to run this drop, but Daniel wants to try it real quick just for the challenge, and here he comes. Oh, dude, how did you catch that? Oh my gosh. Wow, I can't believe you stuck that.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much support, dude.
Yeah.
You could come into this thing totally sideways and just boop and come through.
To those who are about to shred, we salute you. All right, cheers, guys. Oh, man.
So with the rock drop under his belt, we went and did a full run, and today it was especially dry, so it was especially difficult to hold these high lines on off-camber ledges, but I actually think we did a pretty darn good job.
Stay high left. Holy shit. Yeah, bud. We actually cleared that so well.
This trail has some of the biggest roots out of any trail that I ride. The distance between a root top and the soil below can be a foot. So the chunk level is just absurd.
Yo, how cool is that? You nailed it. You stuck to the line, man.
As I expected, this type of riding is Daniel's absolute forte. This is where he excels, and it was not long before he dropped me like a bad habit.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh my God. Jesus, this is crazy. It's so off camera, bro. Oh God. Oh my God. I've never seen roots this big in my life. Wow. That trail's so fun.
All right, with Painted Black out of the picture, it was time to go back and get our final laps, not the last laps, the final laps on our jump trails. And I had something left that I needed to do before I could leave and be happy on the day. And I think you know what that is.
All right, dude, I'm gonna hit the step down. Yo, let's do it. Wow, yeah, baby! Woohoo! I am on your ass, son! Yeah! It feels so good when you just do it. Oh my goodness, it was butter.
Right.
Yeah!
With that conquered, there was only one thing left to do. One more final run down Lower Hemloch all the way out to the vans. And yes, I said vans. Daniel and Faye actually just recently built out their very own Sprinter van, and I'm super stoked. One more friend, one more group of friends to the nomadic van life family. Definitely gonna have to do a van tour of this at some point because I was so impressed. Daniel and Faye did this all on their own, and it was looking really good.
They killed it. This is all built by Daniel and Faye. Proper tour in the future.
This day just couldn't have been any better. This was a last minute thing. Daniel and Faye were coming to town. I was actually not in town when they arrived, but I came back early so I could hang out with them and get out for a ride for the first time in a long time. It's always just so good to see these guys. They are down to earth. They both love to be outside. Daniel's an absolute shredder. And you know what? It's okay that he's a little bit faster than me. I think I get the best end of that stick because the way you get faster is riding with people that are faster than you. And every time I ride with Daniel, I think I get a little bit better. And that's what I want. All right, guys, that's it for today. Thank you all for watching. And before we say goodbye, I'd just like to say a quick thank you for being so patient over the past few months. I know it has been easy. I know you guys have been missing the videos, and I too have been missing making them so much. And that's what we're doing here. I was inspired going on this ride with Daniel. I was feeling the stoke burning, and I really wanted to share that with you guys, which is why we're here, is seeing this video. So I really hope you enjoyed that. I hope it brings your stoke levels up a few notches. I will be putting out a update, like a proper update video about what I've been up to and some really exciting things to come in the rest of 2021. So if you want to catch up with me there, if you want to make sure you see that video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell. And I will see you guys again very, very soon. Until then, you know what to do. Live free, ride hard, and get stoked.
Wow, yeah, baby! Woohoo! I am on your ass, son! Yeah!